the British troops were most fantastic. There are no words to express. They installed water. They brought the foods. Their own food they gave, their own ration, they gave it to us. And everybody, they were going around with it. It was absolutely most fantastic feeling. And they asked me why the camp is in such a terrible state. So I told them there's no water, there's no food, a typhus epidemic, dysentery. All diseases were very rife, and people were dying like flies, in their hundreds. 500 per night, can you imagine?
Throughout those 6 years, throughout those concentration camps and the ghetto, did you see any of those German soldiers show any remorse or humanity or kindness at all?
There was none. They were all looking at you like an animal.
When you look back over those 6 years and everything, all those horrific things you saw and you experienced, why do you think you and your mum are survivors? Why did you survive?
I tell you, it is a miracle. When I watch the television sometimes, you know, showing camps and so on, I go like that. I touch myself. Am I really alive? And I was there. And I got through all that. And I'm thankful to God that I'm here, able to tell that story to people who got a clue what went on. And for younger generation and generations to come should never, never experience what I have experienced.
Now, after all that hurt and pain of everything you went through, a kind of happy ending did come out of it, because you did meet your future husband, Norman, didn't you?
I've met on that occasion when he came in. He says, Captain Stephen, observing us, and he invited me to dinner to the officers' mess. So they've taken us in that jeep. We arrived in the front of that building, and Norman opens the door, and I step back, and I've seen why I step back, because I've seen beautifully decorated tables with flowers and white tablecloths, which I haven't seen for 6 years. So he says, what's the matter? I said, look, you must be expecting special visitors. What am I doing here? So he says, you are the special visitor. This is our engagement party. Following day, he comes over again, and he walks over, he wants to give me a kiss. I pushed him away. I thought I may have a baby. I should live such a sheltered life, you know. He says, what's the matter? You are my fiancé. I said, look, you don't know me, and I don't know you. You were born in England. I was born in Poland. We don't know each other. He says, we get to know each other. And he was, you see, he was very determined.
His determination paid off, as 1 month later they had their wedding.
And the inhabitants of Lübeck heard there going to be a Jewish wedding. They cleaned out the synagogue because the Germans used a stable during the occupation. Also, a friend of Norman's brought in a British parachute, took me to a dressmaker. She made my dress. I was the happiest woman in the world.